Welcome back to our channel and especially to our exclusive review series wherein we review top business and data analytics program all across the globe. In the previous video, we discussed about UCLA Business Analytics program and would it be the right fit for you. Taking onwards from that, we come to HEC Paris program, which is quite different from the Data Science and Business Analytics program because this is Master of Science in Data Science and Artificial Intelligence for Business. So stick around and find out the pros and cons of this program and is it the right fit for you. So let's start. We are well aware about HEC Paris. Founded in 1881 by Paris Chamber of Commerce and Industry, this name is synonymous with all the top programs all across the globe. With over 140 years of legacy, everybody wishes to be a graduate from HEC and land into topmost jobs. Now, HEC Paris decided to partner with École Polytechnique in 2016 and give birth to a course which tackles the need of the current generation as to how do we really employ data and AI into business decisions and thrive. So if we take into account the overview of this program, as we discussed, in 2016, this program has been a result of the partnership between HEC Paris and École Polytechnique. So both of these have come together to give birth to this particular program, which tackles with all the business and data problems with respect to AI and other related emerging technology. Now you must be wondering, why do we really need to study this program? What does this program set itself apart from as opposed to the other courses in colleges that we discussed? So number one, it is ranked 3 globally in the business analytics realm, particularly targeting data analytics and artificial intelligence as per the QS World Ranking 2024. Second, the course believes in learning by doing. That is, you do and you learn. That brings us to the third point, that is, this is an amalgamated course of theory and practical. So basically, what you will be learning will be applied in real life setting. Here are some quick facts. As per the class profile that we have in the latest, around 57 students were admitted, but on an average around 70 students are admitted to this program, highlighting the competitiveness of this program. These students had an average age of 23 and their median GMAT score accounted to be 710, and a large proportion of them were international students outside from France. Alright, talking about the curriculum. Now, this is a 2-year program and your first year will be at École Polytechnique. So at École Polytechnique, in the first semester and in the second, you will be learning in detail about the technicalities of the course, that is the statistics, the data part and programming, Python and so on, which will equip you to get on field with mostly the technical knowledge that you have with your partnership with École Polytechnique in the first year. In the second year, you will be learning in HEC Paris. So now with all the technical knowledge that you have accumulated, you really bring it to real life settings and apply it to business. So all the paper tiles that you will be going through will be the strategic application of the technical knowledge that you have and how can you really practically use it and apply it to the business problem solving. Now talking about the tuition fees, which is a really important component which really takes you off or puts you off when you're deciding to apply for that program. Since this is a partnership program, the fee component is broken down into 2 parts. So first year you will be submitting around 26,000 euros to École Polytechnique, and in the second year you will be submitting somewhere around 27,000 euros as fees to HEC Paris. So cumulatively this accounts to some 50,000 euros for 2 years. But worry you not, there are numerous scholarships and fellowships which you can explore as per your interests according to the HEC Paris and École Polytechnique websites. They will be ready to help you if you show good interest to them. If you're considering applying, here are all the details that you need to know. Firstly, about your background. So since this is a very technical oriented course, as we have already discovered of what you will be learning at École Polytechnique, so you need to show the ADCOM that you have a significant background in mathematics. That is, you need to have a bachelor's degree either in mathematics, in economics, or business commerce related fields. Now the selection process is two-phased. So firstly, in the first phase, you will be submitting all the documents that have been listed on the website. And after that, your evaluation of the documents will happen. And in the second phase, if selected, you will be called for a face-to-face or a Zoom interview, which tells better about you in person. Now, talking about the first phase, wherein you're submitting all the documents, it is very evident that you need to submit your degree certificates and showcase that you have a sufficient background in the technical fields that were specified. Followed by that, you need to showcase your academic transcripts and submit the original copy. And after that, you need to submit your resume or CV. So your resume should be short, crisp, nicely written, including all your experiences in the correct order as listed. Followed by that, you need to submit your GMAT score. So we saw that on an average, the GMAT score was somewhere around 710, but since that was an average, you need to submit it for a beginning purpose. Now, international students do need to submit their English test reports. So IELTS or TOEFL, whatever test you have taken, you need to handle if you're an international student and not a native English speaker. Followed by that, you need to submit 2 completed online references or reference forms, out of which one should be at least filled out by a professor that has taught you and talks highly about you. Then you need to submit your passport size photo, and after all of these documents are submitted, you need to give in 140 euros of non-refundable admission fee. Speaking of careers, let us talk about where this degree will take you. So on an average, the students have showcased a salary count of average of 67,000 euros. And all of these are working in L'Oreal, McKinsey, and where not. All the companies have come to the campus for placements, and these graduates have shown a promising career in data science, in business analytics, in data analytics, in artificial intelligence, and related fields. In summary, HEC Paris Master in Data Science and AI for Business is not just a degree on paper. More than a theoretical degree, it is an application of the knowledge that you have and all the opportunities that you can gauge and you can understand by their partnership and your good time at École Polytechnique and HEC Paris. So you are learning from the masters themselves. So this was a deep dive into the program, or how this program would look from the outside and inside as well. In the next video, we explore more about ESSEC's Business Analytics program. So stay tuned. See you later.